Is it really that bad? They took away his poison. They nerfed him down really bad. Is it really that bad? Yeah. Yeah, it really is that bad. It's not necessarily so bad that they take a champ that was amazing and nerf them. That happens in these games. There are balance patches that shift metas. They take champs that were worthless and make them top of the line. They take champs that were top of the line and make them worthless. This happens in these games. It keeps things interesting. It's necessary. As bad as it sucks sometimes when a champ that you like gets nerfed, it sucks. However, I knew, and we all knew, before this champ was put into the game, that he was too strong, right? We knew it. I said it when we looked at him in the patch notes. Other people said it too. We knew. He does way too much. He's way too strong. They're not going to let him be like this forever. We all knew that, right? What we didn't know is that they were going to put him into the game, let everybody realize that he was even better than we thought he was, that he was going to be capable of soloing all the dungeons and all this stuff. Do a 10x for him, and then, before the heat's even gone, from the summoning portal, from people trying to summon for him, then nerf him. People spent a lot of money trying to get this dude. They spent a lot of money on shards. They put epic books in him. They put chickens in him. They put potions in him. They put time in him. There was a lot done around this champ that was costly, both in time and money and resources, right? For you to do it so quickly. You have to give everybody a couple of months at minimum to enjoy a champ. When you've done what you've done, you knew when you put him in the game. You knew. We all knew. There's no way we knew and you didn't know. You knew. So the question now is, did they know? Was this the plan? And you want to say, surely not, right? Surely this was not the plan. To just blatantly screw everybody over. But the more that I think about it, the more this is like, I get Foley Fusion vibes from this. And I know that I talk about the Foley Fusion a lot, but it's still, in my opinion, one of the worst things they've ever done. One of the most blatantly greedy, shitty, like mean to the players thing they've ever done was the Foley Fusion. For those of you that don't know, I'll recap the Foley Fusion real quick. It was a series of events. It was the first time we had a fusion that was easy. All of the events were doable, and it's kind of what I've always thought a fusion should be. The events individually were all pretty doable. You didn't have to grind for days to finish any of them. But there were a lot of events, and then you still had to get potions, and you still had to do all the other things. And it's just, to me, it's the way a fusion makes sense, right? It keeps you busy. It keeps you bouncing around the game. It keeps you doing a lot of things, but you're not stressing about whether or not you're going to be able to do it, right? So they did this up until the last champ. There was Centurion was a new void rare, and I believe he wasn't in the game yet. I don't think he could have been summoned yet. I think they added him during the fusion, or maybe he had just been added. He was relatively new, so the odds you were going to have him were very low. And they put him at the bottom of a summon rush, deep in a summon rush, basically in a way that there is no possible chance you were sitting on enough shards to get him. So you had to buy shards. I think I had to spend $200 because I was so deep in the fusion that I had to do it, right? I felt like, and that's kind of how everybody felt. Everybody kind of got boxed into this corner, I've spent weeks staying on top of this fusion, and now this summon rush is the make or break. Now, if I don't get the summon rush, I don't complete the fusion. So it was really blatant. It was really obvious. There was no way it was a miscalculation. It was easy event. Last thing you need, insanely hard. One of the worst summon rushes I think I've ever seen, if I recall. It was really, really bad. That's kind of what this feels like. You put this champ in the game, you know he's going to be amazing. You know people are going to love him. You know how strong he's going to be. Maybe you don't know to what degree. Maybe you don't realize he's going to be able to solo all the dungeons. I don't know why you wouldn't, because Bad L can do it, and this guy is better than Bad L, and he's void. So he's going to go into every dungeon and do work, right? It doesn't matter about the affinity. So maybe you didn't know. They don't seem super well informed on their game anyway, so maybe they didn't know. But either way, You put him in the game, and who's that one they nerfed? Was it Giscard? Some champ that was like they nerfed before they released him because basically everybody was saying like he's really good. Urogrim was better than this dude. Like I can't even remember who it was, but it doesn't matter because Urogrim's one of the best champs they've ever put in the game, right? So I don't know. It's weird that they didn't listen to us this time. So they put him in the game, and then they do a 10x. That's the real kicker. It's one thing if you put him in the game, he's stronger than you thought, and a couple weeks later you need to nerf him down a little bit. It's another thing to lean into it so hard and do a 10x. And then, I mean, the Rays aren't even done coming down from the summon portal yet. They're like, you know what? Never mind. And it's a substantial nerf, man. He's not going to be able to do the things he used to be able to do. I don't know how usable he's going to be. I guess it'll remain to be seen, but he's certainly not going to be the champ that he was. So, you know what I mean? They're increasing his cooldowns and taking away his poisons and like everything. He's catching a nerf in every facet. So I don't know, man. It sucks, and I know a lot of people are upset about it. I've had quite a few people tell me that this was it. This was like the last thing for them, and they're quitting the game. And I think some people might feel like that's an overreaction. But when you think about the principle of like what this entire scenario, like the implication of it, because again, it just feels very blatant. There are people that spent hundreds of dollars on shards trying to get this dude. You know what I mean? And then again, all the resources that people just put into him. They just put resources into him and he's already getting nerfed. So it's just really bad timing, right? If you're going to nerf him like that, you've got to wait. You've got to wait longer before you do it. Because again, I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to meta shifts. I'm not opposed to champs getting nerfed into the ground and then champs getting buffed into the sky. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not opposed to these things happening. I'm used to it. It's part of the game. It keeps it interesting, forces you to mix it up. I like meta changes. I like these things. I don't like them when they're done like this. It's in really bad taste and in really bad time. So yeah, that's where I'm at on it. And it didn't really hit me, and it took a little bit to hit me for me to see the full picture. I wasn't like yesterday. I wasn't quite as affected by it. I didn't realize everything like I do today. Now I'm seeing the whole picture, and it's a real shitty thing, man. It's a real shitty thing that Plarium's done here. I don't know what they'll do. I don't know. I don't reckon. I guess they'll do anything. But it's a real shame. It's a real shame. So I guess I'm interested in how you guys feel about it. Did you have him? Were you using him? Do you think you'll still be able to use him? Do you agree with what I'm saying about the way that this was done and the timing of it and all of that? I'm interested to know where you guys are at with this one. I might do another video talking about the rest of the patch. I'd like to talk about some of the buffs and stuff. But in this one, I kind of just wanted to talk about this because I feel like this is the biggest deal by far of the patch. And perhaps the biggest deal in a while. You know, I did just say it's been quiet for a minute. I feel like it's about time for Plarium to do something stupid, get everybody riled up and get everybody talking again. And this seems to be the thing. So I am curious to know where you guys are at on this one. And we'll wrap that one up here, wrap this video up here. And then, yeah, maybe tomorrow we'll talk about the rest of the buffs or something. But it's rough, man. He's got a little bucket of paint and everything, dude. That's it. Appreciate y'all watching. We'll see you later.